Hi everyone. In honor of our snow day today, I thought I would do our February site meeting outside. I hope you all are at home, warm and safe. So first thing on our agenda is going to be Itter's Tip of the Month. We're going to cover number 17, Music and Movement 5.1. So at least 10 music materials are accessible throughout the observation. Music materials include any toy that makes noise, such as a rattle, blocks with bells in them, busy boxes, push toys that pop. This also includes music instruments required for 2-year-olds, such as drums, xylophones, traditional rhythm instruments such as triangles, maracas, and wrist bells. So you want to make sure you have all of those materials in there during an observation, really every day. So while we're on the topic of Itters, I just want to remind you all to remain cognitive of Itters in your classroom. We don't want to lose the classroom environments we have, our teacher interactions. We want to keep that in the forefront of our mind. And once we gain access to classrooms and things like that, we'll start talking about Itters more, but I don't want to lose sight of those awesome scores we've had. So just keep looking through that book, keep reading it, checking your classroom. So our next agenda item kind of leads into that, and that's classroom materials. So I know there's been a lot of confusion with the whole COVID restrictions with materials. So any soft things. So that's, I know you all have, some of you have those multicultural dolls, the blankets and cloth diapers on baby doll circle time dolls. Some of you have those little busy boxes that have fabric fruit and balls. So it's anything that can't be immediately sanitized. So, but we need to ensure that we have enough materials out for children to play with. So that's a very fine line. So I want you to make sure that you have all the materials you need out in your classroom for children to be engaged, but also following those COVID restrictions, okay? I know that some of you have expressed some difficulties with licensing regarding materials. I encourage all of you, I know I do with my sites, ask your licensure person. Just say, I'm having trouble understanding this regulation. Can you show it to me? Can you explain it to me? Because in return, they're there to help you, not just come and cite you and leave. So challenge them to explain it to you. There's no wrong in that, okay? CDA. As you all know, that if you are in an early Head Start classroom, you need to have a CDA, you need to be working towards a CDA, or enrolled in a future class. So if you don't have any of those things, you need to talk to your director or come see Megan and I, and we'll get you set up, okay? I know a lot of you have signed up for, upcoming classes, which I really appreciate. So just be sure that all your staff and all of you have a CDA or working towards a CDA, okay? Second home visits. Those are going to be due at the end of this month on the 26th. I asked a lot of you, as I did your file review, some of you were missing some things that you should have collected in the first home visit. Now is the time to gather those materials you're missing when we're meeting with parents again on the second home visit. Remember, those are to be done via phone, at pickup drop-off, or via FaceTime. Now, when it comes to the signature, we need to attempt to get their signature. I don't want you to take 20 home visits and write COVID-19 as the signature. We need to make attempts so we have solid proof that we have gone over the information with parents. Now, I know our unique situation with drop-off and pickup and such has made it difficult, and we have okayed for you to write COVID-19 at the signature, and then you need to notate how it was done, via phone, via FaceTime, whatever. But best practice, we need the signature from the parents. You also need to print 2 copies of developmental learning report. One goes with the parent, one goes in their blue folder in section 4. So you need to file those, okay? If you have any questions about home visits, please contact Megan or I, okay? Sorry, my nose is running. It's so cold outside and it's still snowing here. Okay, so tadpoles roll out. First, I want to thank you guys for working so hard with this. This is not how we wanted to roll out tadpoles. I would much rather be in the classroom assisting you, right there with you in the program, teaching you how to do it. I hate that I can't do that. So I apologize for that. And you said you guys have been doing great. For those that are getting in there, working in there, I appreciate that. Now, test family. So if you've been trained, you should be in the system working in the test family. The test family is the Doe family. So every classroom has a child, and their last name will be Doe, like Joe Doe or John Doe. That's the family you need to be working in every day, practicing doing their daily sheet. When you clock that child out, the Doe family child, their daily sheet is sent to Megan and I. So we're checking those to see how you're doing in the system. You know, if you're getting it, do they feel complete? Excuse me. And also, if you forget to clock out, it still will generate that daily sheet. I think it's like 8 o'clock. It automatically would send. But you need to get in the habit of every day treating that Doe child as if they're a child in your classroom. Mark what they ate for lunch, whatever you serve to the other children for lunch. Mark a diaper, a bottle, what have you. Practice making notes in there. So you need to be using that system. So that brings me to the next timeline. Our goal was March 1st to roll out tadpoles to families, where we were going to start using it for our actual children and sending it to their families. Now, between COVID and weather closures, we're not doing too good as far as time. We may have to look at that and extend that a couple weeks. It was going to be March 1st. We'll wait and see how we do at the end of next week as far as how you guys are getting it. But we want to try to get that going right away. So the expectation is you're in there every day practicing, okay? Usage. I want to be very clear. OVEC purchased and paid and owns tadpoles for our program. That program needs to only be used on our tablets. You are not to be using this program on your personal cell phone, computer, what have you. It's only to be in the classroom on the tablet. We, as the owners of the program, as the administrators, we can see when and who is using it and on what device. So, I just want to be very clear. I don't think any of you will go home and enjoy being on tadpoles on your personal time, but I just want to make it known, only use it on the tablet, okay? Again, if you have any questions about tadpoles and if you're just not getting it, reach out to Megan and I and we will help you. We know there's going to be unique situations. The only difficulties we've run into thus far is for floaters, or if someone were to come into a classroom that's not assigned that classroom to come in and do a break or what have you. You will have to find your name, sign yourself in there, so you can work in that classroom with those kiddos. Now, this daily sheets are an insurance policy for you and for the daycare. It shows who's doing what, who is in the classroom. So we need to ensure that that information is accurate. We can only do that if I come in and give someone a bathroom break. I'm signing in, even if it's for 5 minutes. I'm signing in. And if I change a diaper, I'm notating that. Once I've added myself to that classroom, my name will be in the drop-down box of who changed the diaper. Jennifer Samudio, okay? So do not be working under someone else's name, because you wouldn't want someone else working under your name and making a mistake or what have you. So we need to make sure we're being very accurate with this information, okay? As always, wear a mask properly at all times to protect yourself and children. Site visit sign-off is going to be due March 9th, so Megan and I will come around and collect those. Curriculum fidelity, we're still on to be determined. So we're not really worried about that right now. Second home visits are due February 26th. We already spoke about that. Your specialist information is below. If you need anything, their contact information is there. School readiness goal this month is number 3. Children will use non-verbal communication and oral language or a communication system to express needs and wants and engage others, such as sign language. Research shows that when teachers engage in back and forth conversation with children, the children show greater progress in language development. So our TSG objectives that align with that goal is 1 is 10A, engages in conversation. You all do a great job at this. You know how to do this. So respond to infants' nonverbal communication with words, I see you reaching for the blocks. Would you like to play blocks? Expand on the children's words. I heard you say cheese. Would you like more cheese? Comment on children's actions. Jimmy is drawing with a red crayon. Or during playtime or mealtime, introduce new vocab with by using a new word. Like, I have a big appetite. I'm eating a lot today. So you're reinforcing what appetite means, but you're using that as a new word. The next objective is 10B, uses social rules of language. And that is ask questions and pause for an answer. That models back and forth conversation for children and provide the answers for pre-verbal children. Okay. Curriculum fidelity. We're gonna cover number 11. The teacher uses effective strategies for guiding children's learning. So H, uses self-talk to describe actions. An example would be, I'm gonna hold the book in my lap so you can help me turn the pages. Or I think I'll warm your bottle a little bit more before I begin feeding you. Or talking through the diaper changing steps. That helps you and tells the children what you're doing, step by step, okay, and what to expect. I think that's it for February. It's kind of lengthy today. I'm sorry, I had a lot to talk about with tadpoles and other things. So I hope you all are well, and I hope to see you all soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.